September came in grey and penetratingly damp cold. My survival disciplines were now an intolerable effort of will. I could even forget them. And my emotional resilience was nil. When I was down, I stayed down, which was most of the time. And I was on edge to a degree. A shift of wind, a flick of fresh snow, and I was out of the tent and up to Lookout Bluff like a rocket to see what was cooking. Only Fran and her stories could ever relax me, and I was spending more and more time putting them on paper. Fran's story 13, the one about the curate's teeth, kept me busy for days.
How long are you going to make him do penance? He's done it. You give them back? Fran nodded. Dear God, not another one, dear God, not another. Go and see, you silly shit. They're early. They're early. Albatross ahoy! Ahoy! No one on the bridge. Drinking coffee or got their heads down. Albatross ahoy! Get the wax out of your bloody ears! Albatross! Albatross ahoy! Ahoy!
It was the only time I lost control. Trying to get a grip on myself back in last camp, I boiled up some powder milk, lit my pipe, and finished off Fran's story 13. But how? You haven't seen him, only in church. I put them in the offertory bag.
They've come back. Bastards have come back.
As a matter of fact, it wasn't the Albatross. It was the other sealer, Petrel. And she only put in because my old friend, Captain Hauger, saw 4 bull elephant seals hauled out on Little Beach and decided to take them. It was September the 12th. I'd done 116 days, and I was very, very tired. This is a Bible. It was given me by my grandmother when I was 4. I lost sight of it some 30 years later, I suspect when I was divorced. I haven't read it, I have looked at the pictures. It showed up again the day I sailed from Devonport in HMS Owen. A brown paper parcel from my daughter Elizabeth, who thought I might like to have it. 8 months to the day after that, when I was grubbing around in this slum, I dredged it up and decided to keep it. because I remembered the pictures and I liked them. It was the only book I did. And when the time came to leave Undine South Harbour, it was just this Bible, my diaries, the friends' stories, and a bottle of scotch I'd been saving for the sealers that I took with me. I got very drunk that night. Before I turned in, you see, ever since I'd accepted that the package deal after the wave was extra chance, something had happened. I'd wanted confirmation, I'd wanted proof. And I thought, now's the time. If ever there's going to be a sign, it has to be now. So I laid this Bible on the bunk, and I closed my eyes, and I flipped it open, and the first words I looked at were the 7th verse of the 33rd Psalm. He gathereth the waters of the sea together as an heap. You could construe that as a sign, I suppose, or not. Either way, you'd never be sure. And that's not a bad thing. If we had all the answers, we'd lose our one dignity, our one grace. We wouldn't be able to stick our necks out anymore, make the act of faith. After all, where would I be without the enigma of Amor House? It was the worst thing that ever happened to me. Nothing again will ever come so near to destroy me, both in the flesh and as a man. It was equally the best. If I had to commit myself, I'd say the wave was fixed about the time I got my permissions and raised my funds. It became part of the plan. This is part of the plan. But I wonder whose. Amor House is my act of faith.